Well, this is going to be a busy week. We have EA Play coming later this week, and I believe that starts the 9th, goes through the 11th. Oh, in general, look, E3 is this weekend, and I'm pumped. I know I shouldn't. Every single year I get hyped. I hype myself up. I don't necessarily have such strong passion in speculation that I come off disappointed every time, but I have had times where I just haven't really gotten exactly what I was looking for. But this year, obviously, I hyped myself up again, and there are a couple of things that I am really looking forward to. So I figured you'd all kind of get that I would be the most excited for Battlefield 5, and I am. That's my number one most hyped game for this next year. But I have a bunch of other games that I like to spread out throughout the year. I like to play that aren't shooters. And the reason I do that is because I like to dedicate myself to one, maybe two shooters in a year, because it takes a lot of time to get through progression, and there's a lot that goes on in a single game, especially a Battlefield game. But like I said, I have different things I look for in games. I love RPG games, and I love that we are potentially seeing things happening with different studios this year that we will get announcements for. So here's my top 5 list. I'll start at number 5 of games that I'm interested to know more about come E3, come this weekend. It's the only one that is another EA title, and that is Anthem. Now, not so much excited for the gameplay perhaps, but I'm really excited to see what BioWare comes with, because they know their last title with Mass Effect Andromeda did not do well, and this is their last stand. That was going to come out, that looked awesome, it looked amazing, but we don't know anything about Anthem other than what we saw last year. It seems to be a Destiny style play with co-op. They came out that really cheesy and awkward trailer of them talking to each other like, let's go get some loot. Now, I don't play Destiny, I don't really like that kind of gameplay. I've said in past videos, I play by myself most of the time. I don't really play with friends. I don't have a lot of friends that are still playing Xbox, or maybe they have switched to PlayStation. But basically, when it comes to games, it's me or my wife with me. And that's about it. We'll play Battlefield and we'll just have fun reviving each other. But I don't play with friends, and so when it comes to games like Anthem or like Destiny, I have never entered that world, therefore I don't care as much about the gameplay. But I am excited about BioWare showing what they have been working on, and this is the real BioWare. This isn't the offshoot studio, their B team that went and made Andromeda. So that's number 5. My number 4, and that is the Square Enix Crystal Dynamics Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now, this may seem like it's a weird one to have on the list, but I tend to really like the Lara Croft Tomb Raider games, of the recent ones. The reason being is that I have not had a PS4 or a PS3, and those Uncharted games that are on that system are exclusive to that system that I've wanted to play, but I've never had the opportunity. So this is my knockoff, I would say, of the Uncharted series. I know it's not a knockoff, but I know they are pretty similar, and especially when it comes to Crystal Dynamics in the last 2, they've been showing that they have that level of talent to make a game like Uncharted. Now, from what I know about Uncharted, they'll never make a game like Naughty Dog can make, unless this is the year that they surprise everyone. But the last Tomb Raider I played, which was the first one that came out on this generation console, which I think it was 2013 or 2014, I really had a fun time with, and that's what the movie was based on, the movie that came out a couple months ago. I liked the tie-ins that were in there, but honestly the game had a lot more storytelling. Of course, it's hours and hours more than the movie, and I'm excited to see where this goes. And it seems like it's going into the jungle. It seems like it's, you know, if any of you have played the other 2, you know, she's in the snowy mountains like all the time, so it's time to get out into the jungle and see some Incans or Aztecs or wherever she is. Alright, my number 3 game or information that I'm excited about is coming from FromSoftware. I am extremely interested in what is going on with FromSoftware. It seems that they're working on 2 titles right now, and we're not sure yet. We have had that trailer from last year's E3 that points, in my opinion, towards another Tenchu game, but I just recently finished Dark Souls 3. I had a great time playing that game, or should I say I had a terrible time playing that game, but it was a lot of fun and it pushed me in ways that I hadn't been pushed before in video games. And so because of that experience, I'm now looking at FromSoftware, wondering what they're going to do with this next title, or 2 titles. There's been rumors that a Bloodborne 2 is also in the works, or a brand new IP. That would be really interesting to me. I'm so excited to see what they do with this. Like I said, that's number 3. Now, number 2. This is a weird one that there's people who either love Bethesda games or they think they're cheap. I tend to be on the train of I love Skyrim, but I'm not going to buy it on every console, although I almost have. I have played Fallout 3 and I loved Fallout 3, and I played Fallout 4 as well. So Bethesda games have taken a high place on my list when it comes to game studios or game publishers. Wolfenstein, another great game. I haven't played Doom yet, but it looks amazing. I haven't played the first Rage, but the second Rage looks super interesting in that same Wolfenstein Doom shooting aspect. Now, my thing about Bethesda is they keep a lot of secrets. Fallout 76 is, I don't know what. Everyone says it's online multiplayer to some degree. I don't know what it is. I'm very excited to see what is going on with Fallout this year. And also kind of surprised that they would even come with a Fallout game and not a new IP or what we've all been looking forward to, which is Starfield, the new supposed RPG game that's like Skyrim and Fallout but in space. That's really exciting. I don't know what to think of it though. There's just, Bethesda keeps too many secrets. I'm just ready for them to show me the next big game that's going to take a lot of my time. And the number 1 piece of information that I am most excited to hear about, and I hope it's true because Halo is one of the greatest franchises I've ever stepped foot in and that has ever hit the earth. I am very interested to see what happens with Halo this year. There's a lot of rumors that Halo 6 isn't going to be announced or even talked about, maybe announced, but not talked about, because it's still a bit further out, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy that they're taking their time with Halo 6 because Halo 5 was a little lacking in the story, and a lot lacking in the story, as a matter of fact. Now, there's been new rumors circulating, and I picked up a little bit of information from Randall Thor, who is an Xbox YouTuber, and he does a great job at reporting on things that Xbox is doing and little rumors, because I do believe him and Jez Corden, who he does the Xbox Tube podcast with, they know people, and sometimes these people talk and give them information, and they don't really talk much, but they'll give out little hints of things. Today there was a video, Randall Thor talked about a new possible game offshoot. Now it's a Halo offshoot, kind of like how ODST was, but called Halo Infinity. Now, I'm not sure how true that is. I just know that there's a lot of things that tend to leak right before E3, and especially to the people who know who to listen to. So, if something like this is true, that there's an Halo offshoot that may be different, not so FPS shootery and maybe a little bit RPG heavy, that would be very interesting to me, and that would be my number 1 most look forward to piece of information when it comes to E3 this year. Now, granted, that's like I was saying, that's other than Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 takes the highest amount of priority, and I really hope that we get to see a lot more of the game mechanics and gameplay changes that they have been showing the press and YouTubers like they did before the reveal. Now I'm gonna end the video there. I think that there's just we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about after this weekend, especially with EA Play. But that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm just really excited. This is one of the best times of year. It's kind of like Christmas, and I should not hype myself up, but I do. And gosh dang it, that's okay. So, if you want to see more Battlefield videos, I'll put a link to that. I'll put a thumbnail on the end card, as well as there's just other opinion pieces that I've been working on. I am excited. I hope you are all excited as well to get a little more information about Battlefield 5. But in the end, you know what? It's just video games, and I'm just happy we have them. And as always, this has been Alex. Thank you for visiting the Free Time Enthusiast channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.